Hi, I am Mirta Castillo and I will be your instructor for this session, Texas Best Practices. In this video, I will be outlining key components which will serve as a catalyst to motivate you to learn the importance of effective teaching process. I will begin by providing you with a brief definition of what Texas Best Practice entails. A best practice interjects the rigor into the curriculum by developing and thinking and problem-solving skills through integration and active learning. During our live session, we will be discussing elements which help you acquire a better understanding of what makes a best teaching practice. My main objective for creating this video is to provide you with an outline of what we will be discussing during our live session. What are Texas Best Practices? It's an inherent part of the curriculum that exemplifies the connection and relevance identified in the educational research. They interject rigor into the curriculum by developing thinking and problem-solving skills through integration and active learning, and it is applicable to all grade levels. I will be referring to my PowerPoint just to give you the main details of what Texas Best Practice is all about. Students who receive a balanced curriculum possess knowledge, skills, and abilities to transfer and connect ideas and concepts across the disciplines that will be measured through the state assessments and indicators, and then will be indicators of the student's success. There are 4 best practices for teachers that we will be focusing on during the live session. The first is the balanced curriculum. Second is integrated curriculum. Third, differentiated instruction. And last, active learning. What does best practices look like in the classroom? There are project materials and numerous books available for students. Students are engaged and focused on their work. Teachers are often use collaborative and authentic tasks that place students at the center of the learning process. And seating arrangements are clustered, varied, and functional with multiple instructional areas. Classrooms are activity-based spaces as opposed to places to sit and get lectures. And teachers are actively engaged with different groups, and students are anxious to enlist visitors in their various tasks or assignments. A balanced curriculum educates the whole child. It includes challenging and common curriculum. It's based on the knowledge of how children develop and learn. It prepares students for focus in school and in life. It promotes brain growth and development through an enriched environment. It provides a curriculum that is rigorous, relevant, and promotes relationships. And it creates active participants rather than passive observers. We will learn more about balanced curriculum during our live session. There are 13 interlocking principles of best practices, and I will go over those with you. The first is student-centered, which describes how the curriculum should be based, or the instruction that is implemented should be based or centered around the student. Second is experiential. Third is holistic. Fourth is authentic. Fifth is expressive. Next is reflective. Then social. Next is collaborative learning, democratic, cognitive, developmental, constructivist, and lastly, challenging. The basic elements of a developmentally appropriate program the basic elements are age appropriateness, individual appropriateness, child initiated and child direct, and teacher supported. And we will go more in detail as far as what these entail. The purpose of a developmentally appropriate curriculum is important So that way our students can become lifelong learners and continue their learning into the secondary and college level learning. The developmentally appropriate practices include the focus on individualization and meaningful learning. Research tells us that Texas Best Practices helps our students with the social emotional development and the cognitive development. Okay, there are 5 best practice categories. The lecture, which includes more than just where the teacher lectures, but a lot of hands-on with the students. There are questioning strategies. Another category is the hands-on learning, the setting, and the student responsibility. Think about, while you're watching this video, if you have any questions about Texas Best Practices, what makes an effective teacher and how you can implement best practices in your classroom. As you view this video, make a note so that way when we do meet, you can ask me those questions. Let's see. And at this time, I'd like to share with you that there will be assignments that we will be working on. Prior to meeting on April 4th, I will have an outline or a form which you will have that allows you to visit different websites and research articles that pertain to Texas Best Practices and what it looks like what would it look like in your classroom. Also, another assignment that I will be asking you to work on is to find the subject or the grade level that interests you or that you will be specializing in, and create a lesson either using the Madeline Hunter format or the ADDIE model to create a lesson that you can come back to and share with the class that includes Texas Best Practices. So it is important that you understand Texas Best Practices, and so that way you too can use in your classroom when you're implementing your lessons. There will be a short book study or a couple of chapters that you will also be looking at to find out what research states about Texas Best Practices, and that'll be in your assignment. Again, if there are any questions, you can make a note and let me know when we do meet on April 1st, or feel free to get a hold of me through the A-Step classroom. Thank you.